Gabba the game night, Gabba the game night, Gabba the game night, yeah.
Hey guys, Gabba the Game Night here, and I am pretending to play AM2all.
What do you mean pretend? Is this are you running AI or something? Are
No,
you
I'm
contributing
from
to
the
the
future.
downfall of mankind?
No, I'm from the future. Because this video had no audio. So
Why'd your
we're
video have
putting
no
in
audio?
post.
That sounds like a skill issue to me. I feel like I'm closer to the microphone than you, so when you do this, I'm going to be a lot louder.
Oh, okay, do I need to get closer? Hi guys.
That's offensively close. Please back up.
Alright. Never excuse me, I'm going to forget how to switch to power bombs because it was like a week between recording this one and the last one. And now we're recording audio for it a week after.
Why do you keep going to the menu or the map?
Because I can't figure out the button.
There's
It's
only
like
so many
BY.
buttons. I'm just saying.
Yeah, apparently I didn't press the right button. I pressed plus again.
This isn't like one of those computer mice with the 15 buttons on it.
I still don't see the point in that. It's like, why do you need an entire numpad on your mouse? How many can you
Oh, sorry, boomer.
It's like, how does your thumb manage to press each one of those specific buttons? They all look so tiny. Do I just have fat thumbs?
That's an odd transition from the lava into the more gray, rocky area.
Yeah.
But there's just no gradient there, just a hard switch.
Yep.
Ooh, water.
Water.
I always like water in video games. I should, preface that by saying I don't like water physics. I don't necessarily like water levels, but I like water aesthetically in video games. Like when you
Yes.
have really nice water in a game, it sets it
Yes.
off very nicely. But moving through water is often very annoying.
Water physics.
See every Mario Brothers game ever.
Water physics weren't actually in Metroid until Super Metroid, I believe, because in Metroid 2, it doesn't seem to actually have water physics. There's some moment where you get stuck in, like, this goop, but it's not water, because I believe you see water in a different area, and you don't get slowed down by it.
Now, to be fair, though, water physics is not as bad as ice physics.
True. I don't think any Metroid games have ice physics.
I thought Metroid Fusion did.
It has ice, but no specific ice physics, I don't think.
Strange.
Samus has really grippy shoes.
This is interesting. I mean, nobody's going to see this but you and me. Well, that's probably going to change now. Well, even so, the big monitor we're watching this on has much more of a purplish tint to it, and the source that's playing it, is much more blue. You see what I'm saying? It was really noticeable on the water level, but even here, I don't know what it's going to look like when you post it on YouTube, so... You could be getting
Red.
a purplish tint. Yeah.
This poor bed felt the entire video.
It's plaid. It's just going to be black and white.
It's not even a video of Metroid. It's a PNG of Cactus Jack for 20 minutes.
That sounds like an April Fool's video. Oh, those things look so annoying.
They kind of are.
They remind me of something. Maybe from Cuphead. I mean, of course, Cuphead's a bullet hell, so...
Yo, save point! Still
could
not
really
as
go
quick
for-
as Metroid 2.
I could really go for a Cuphead sequel. DLC
Cuphead
was
was awesome.
very fun. I'm ready for a new full game.
I don't know, it took a while just for the DLC to release.
It took a while just for the original game to release.
True. And the DLC was just like one world.
DLC was really fun, though.
So I have no idea.
Oh, sort of
when we'll
reminds me
possibly
of
get a
some
sequel.
of Asgore's attacks in... Is it Asgore I'm thinking of? He doesn't attack like
potentially.
that, right, in Undertale?
He does something.
Could be
like that.
Asriel, but I think it's Asgore.
I love Undertale.
Undertale's a great game.
You guys should do an Undertale series.
Undertale's better than any Metroid game.
But yeah. It's my favorite game of all time, so I can't really argue that.
I put you in a tough position, you're like, damn, I really like Metroid, but...
It's like I want to argue that, but it's my favorite game, so I can't argue that.
I mean, they're different. Look, it's not always easy to compare games of different types.
And here's me having trouble shooting these guys.
You really
I'm
could
good at
have... You know you
Metroid.
could have edited this down.
Nah.
You wouldn't have lost anything. We're doing brand new commentary. Yeah, look, now this screen is much more green on the source computer that's playing it.
Interesting. It's probably just our color settings on this monitor.
Well, yeah, and I mean, this is we're watching it on a smart TV, and it's playing on my laptop computer, so...
Yes.
I wonder what it looks like on your computer.
Do we need to say laptop computer? Is this
I guess
laptop
not.
sufficient?
I suppose. Jeez, I'm so sorry.
Why is it called a
Sorry,
laptop?
Zoomer.
Is
Because
it
you can
because
use it on your
doesn't tap
lap?
in your lap?
Although I hear that's not good, that it can cause cancer.
Yeah, but like how much can it cause cancer?
I don't know.
Because there are varying degrees. It's like this thing has a 0.1% chance of causing
Maybe it wasn't
cancer.
even cancer,
And-
but it can cause, like... Well, for one thing, it can get very hot, and it could
Yeah.
cause issues there, but apparently it can also cause growths if you're exposed to it without any sort of cover for too long. It's also known as a notebook computer, and I don't know if there ever was a difference between the two. I've always used them interchangeably. I generally say laptop, but sometimes I say notebook computer.
I've never heard of notebook computer.
Yeah. It may have been the forerunner of laptop.
Interesting.
I guess laptop is supposed to be the counter to desktop,
Oh, yeah.
but notebook was...
One goes on top of a desk, one goes on top of your lap.
notebook computer is a very common term, at least from my generation.
And here's me barely not getting shot by those. Honestly, my only complaint about those is they're not as pixely as everything. They look less pixely.
Peek behind the curtain, would you like me to put the timestamp up on screen so you know we're about finished with this video?
Potential.
Oh, that's an awesome look right there. It looks like a logo for like the Galactic Federation.
Yeah, I think
Space
you're
Corps or
actually out of the boom during this.
Okay.
When it was, they record it.
It's possible.
So you gotta leave the room,
It
sorry.
does look fairly new to me. I'll just pretend. I'll just shut up for 5 minutes.
But yeah, all those things are like taking those herbs all across the entire planet. It's neat. And not in the original Metroid 2, I can tell you that much.
I can tell you that too, because I just played the original Metroid. Well, I played part of the original Metroid too. You played some of it as well.
Yes.
Unlike this, which you selfishly kept to yourself.
You could have kept Metroid 2 to yourself, but...
But I didn't want to be an asshole.
Look, we have this conversation like every time we play Metroid 2 or AM2 also.
Well, we only played Metroid 2 once, so...
I wanna go find the secret right here. It's somewhere, aren't it?
This game looks pretty good, but I feel like Samus is too small.
Maybe.
Like, I don't even think it's just a case of the screen being zoomed out so much. I think Samus actually looks small compared to her environment when
Maybe.
compared to other Metroid games, especially the original Metroid, Metroid 2, and Super Metroid.
But on the bright side, that means a smaller hitbox.
Maybe not Fusion so much, because Samus is fairly small in Fusion, as I recall.
But also, you're on a small screen in Fusion.
Yeah. Well, this is based on a game on which you're on a small screen, and you're on a small screen in Metroid 2, and I felt like Samus was way bigger in
True.
that.
Yeah, they made Samus very big in Metroid 2. But it's kind of
The
annoying.
Samus sprite is actually pretty big in the original Metroid. The model is slimmer than like in Super Metroid, so you don't think of it being as big, but it's actually a pretty tall model. All things considered.
Worst part about the original Metroid is you can't duck.
You can goose, though.
Yes. You can always goose. Samus is goose.
Goose died in Top Gun.
I need Alex to draw me a Samus goose.
Spoilers.
Actually, I can just Photoshop the helmet on the goose. I don't need
I
Alex.
thought you were gonna say. I thought you were gonna say you could draw it, and I was looking forward to your goose drawing.
It's like I could ask Alex, but then she'll get back to me in like 3 weeks with it. And I need this in like 3 hours.
SAMOOSE?
Sam Goose.
SAMOOSE?
I don't know my ball. Perfect landing.
Samus drops the ball.
Now to go save again.
ABS, always be saving.
ABS, abs. Samus has better abs than me, probably. Actually, definitely. I don't have any abs.
Well, you have abs.
Not visible abs.
If you didn't have abdominal muscles, your life would be a lot different. Oh god, doesn't this fight take you like forever?
Yes, I freaking hate these.
I was in the room
fights.
for this. You should have sped this up.
These fights. Are
Spoilers, this is
annoying.
going to take a while.
It's like, oh hey, you shoot them twice, and then they do the little spit, and then they run away, and then they come back, and you shoot them twice, and then they do the little spit, and it's like, oh my god. It's like
They did like a headbutt charge there.
they take like the same amount of hits they did in the original Metroid 2, but the thing is, in the original Metroid 2, you could just like
there's not a lot of strategy to fighting the Metroids in the original Metroid 2. You kind of just blast away.
Honestly,
they give you some variety because of the different environments in which you fight them, but the fights are all pretty basic.
I think the Metroid fights might be better in Samus Returns. I know in Samus Returns, I think you can actually use the Ice Beam, at least on Alpha Metroids, or like freeze the bottom half. Or something.
And you'll have a frozen bottom?
But the Ice Beam is actually a completely separate beam in Samus Returns.
Ice Beam.
And there's my arm cannon getting disabled for a minute. But yeah, it's actually a completely separate beam. It's not an addition to the other beams.
So those orbs serve no purpose when it comes to fighting the Metroid?
Seemingly no. Those are there to be annoying. Because if I'm in the blast of them...
Yeah, I wouldn't think an EMP would affect the Metroid.
I lose my arm cannon for a minute. Oh my god, this guy takes so long to kill. Is that encounter how many missiles I've shot at this guy? Because I'm pretty sure in Metroid 2 it takes like 20 missiles to kill these guys.
You should have said that when we started. I would have kept track.
This guy feels like he's taking at least 20 missiles.
You still haven't fixed my chair, have you?
I don't know how to fix it, Chad.
Listen to that.
You think I got oil?
So noisy.
Or whatever. A WD-40 or whatever. I don't know, that probably work. WD-40 works on like everything or something. I don't know the intended purpose for WD-40.
Well, the marketed purpose is for like cleaning rust off stuff. If you have like a rusty, nut you need to
Rusty nut.
get loose. So it's a bedroom aid is what I'm saying. PSA, don't take WD-40 in the bedroom unless you have a
Rusty nut.
unless like, your desk drawer is stuck shut or something. You've used at least 30 missiles at this point, by the way. Because when you said something, you had like 115.
As you can see, also like half of them aren't damaging it.
Yeah.
There we go, it's finally dead.
So just from the point you mentioned it, you used 39 missiles.
Oh, God. See, those guys probably take at least 20 missiles to kill.
Sorry, I don't know how to keep that up on screen
But
all the
it's
time.
much less spammable
These
than
things
it is in Metroid 2.
These things are cool. These delivery systems.
Yeah.
These transportation chutes.
I guess that's how the Chozo moved around. They just go into power armor and get into a morph ball and just go whoop. And the most Chozos probably didn't have power armor. Maybe some of the warrior clan.
Some of those Chozos are pretty big. I bet it'd be hard for them to fit in that little ball.
I mean, at least Ravenbeak has some power armor. Not the same power armor that Samus has, but...
Quote the Ravenbeak. Nevermore.
The Ravenbeak fight is probably honestly my favorite boss fight in a Metroid game. It's so cool.
Oh, come on. It doesn't compare to the original Kraid fight.
Oh, you're right, the original Kraid fight. You just go right up to his face again with one spam bombs. I mean, the Metroid Queen fight is also pretty cool.
Yeah, it's good.
Its ending is a little bit an aim to all. You'll see that in like 3 episodes.
Yeah, I've already seen it because you finished the series already.
Yeah. But just going inside and...
I noticed when Samus blasts, it kind of looks like an X right by her gun. Did you notice that?
I did not pay that much attention.
Try to pay attention just to her cannon when you're shooting.
Yeah, I kind of saw.
Especially when you're blasting multiple shots at a time.
Anyway, I'm bad though. It's called Pro Gamer Move. Check this out. Bam. That's like the only time using one of those balls is useful.
No, there's another point, isn't there? Where you had to carry the ball along with you?
Well, yeah, but I mean useful other than just opening a door.
Oh, is that what it was for?
Yes. I believe that's either at the end of this episode or beginning of next.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. I don't know if it's just because of the simplicity of the game. I think it's right here, actually.
Oh, is it this one?
Might be.
I think I do it multiple times.
Maybe. But anyway, the original Metroid 2, the saving is great in that.
Yeah.
You're on the thing, click save, done.
First Metroid game to feature saving.
Yeah.
Not count... Well, technically the original
No, the original
Japanese
does on the Famicom disk system.
And then for some reason they didn't include it on the NES version, which really hurts it.
Yeah, I don't know. We didn't mind writing down passwords back in the day. We weren't so lazy.
That password isn't a short password.
No, I know.
It's like 20 letters.
I think, honestly, it has something to do with the way the game saves. Because I've heard that the way Metroid saves is different from how a lot of games save.
Maybe. I know there's a bunch of fun passwords you can find.
Ball. This is the one to which I was referring.
Like, there's this one password, I think it's engage Ridley, motherfucker, that'll just, like, crash your game.
Yeah, isn't there one that's, like, Dragon Ball related? Like,
Something
not
like
intentionally
that.
necessarily, but...
Yeah, they're all completely random. It's just pure coincidence. I mean, there's, like, a couple Easter egg ones that are intentional, I think.
Like Justin Bailey?
Yeah, something like that. But
one of the early video game codes, that and the well, we call it the Contra code. It's the Konami code.
I believe the Engage Ridley one does actually work on some versions of it. I forget if it only works on emulated versions or if it only works on some hardware versions. It's one of the two. But then just a bunch of weird stuff happens. I just find hilarious how it's Engage Ridley, motherfucker, that just randomly messes stuff up. And funnily enough, I'm pretty sure it has only Ridley defeated as well. Or brings you to Ridley. Something like that. That's the best part of the Metroid passwords. Nothing else good came from it.
You're fixing to get the, What are you fixing to get? You're fixing to get something here.
Screw attack.
There you go. I knew something good was coming up.
But honestly, two things that the original Metroid could greatly benefit from is just a map and a save feature.
I'm with you on the save feature. I don't feel like it needs the map.
Maps can just help for not having to actually get a piece of paper. And
Even though
it's a convenience.
Even saying that though, I say it didn't bother me to write down the passwords back in the day. It was no big deal to grab a piece of paper and write down. The biggest thing was keeping up with them. It was easy to lose them if you didn't have like a dedicated notebook for your video game codes. But I don't know. It didn't seem like that big of a deal to write the password down.
Another thing it could benefit from is not starting you with only 30 energy when you restart.
I think that comes from having grown up, with the original video games as my original video games, and then seeing the progression into this, and it's like, wow, this is great. Oh my god, we can continue. Yeah, I don't mind writing down a password. As opposed to someone like you who was born into, memory cards and save states and all kinds of save options. You're like, I gotta write down a password.
Yeah, it's an inconvenience.
Like I say, it never felt inconvenient to me.
But starting with 30 energy is just the worst. It's like, oh man, I died. Well, now to go get 100 energy.
But here's the room with 5 fucking Metroids.
Yeah. Not in the original Metroid 2.
No, I don't think there's even a place where you fought 2 Metroids at one time in that.
Yeah, is there?
No, I don't think so.
Huh.
I've been editing that series, and I can't recall any instances.
Yeah, I guess these are near the room too. There's like, oh man, we gotta put 8 Metroids in this area? Just put 5 of them in one room.
I mean, it's kind of cool.
Yeah.
A little bit of variety.
Not exactly much strategy when there's 8 Metroids though. It's like, alright, here's my missiles.
Sometimes it's fun just to blast away, though.
I mean,
I still think it'd be cool if the room had one of each kind of Metroid in it.
No. That'd be hell.
Well, you wanted strategy. I want strategy, but not that much. Look, there's limits here.
I'm going somewhere.
It's a hell in a handbasket.
I think I'm going up to a little transport room. Oh yeah, I think that's when the screen glitched out. Our screen glitched for a second, so we had to restart. That's why I randomly teleported.
Those doors almost look like the eye doors from Super Metroid.
Eye door.
Not the name of your biography. Eye door.
Yes.
Okay. I think you've come up with like 10 different biography titles at this point.
Yes. Where will this take me?
Why is that one gold?
Because it leads to the gold temple.
Never mind, there was a cartoon series when I was a kid called The Cities of Gold.
Nice.
Or The City of Gold.
Nice.
And I don't think it came on any of my local stations, but I remember watching it when I would go over to my great-grandmother's house. It was like one day we'll find... The theme song is like, one day we'll find it, the City of Gold, or the Cities of Gold. I can't remember if it was plural or not.
One day we'll find it.
No, it wasn't the Rainbow Connection. Look, two great things, but they're not the same.
Anyway, here's 700 missiles I missed. Hot missiles.
And I want to see if I can find City of Gold or Cities of Gold somewhere to watch.
I want to play Samus Returns. I need to steal Johnny's 2DS for it, because mine broke.
Yo, Retro needs to get on with a home console that'll play DS games.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? We can play Game Boy games on the Retron.
Yeah.
We need the DS games.
Which is nice, because I can still play my GBA games.
Well, I don't care. Nintendo make an official adapter for the Switch or the Switch 2. Just give me something where I can play it on the TV. That would be really nice.
I think the main problem with DS games is that...
for the ones that utilize the double screen.
Yeah, they have two... most DS games use both screens.
See, the adapter would have been perfect for the Wii U.
Yeah. There were a couple Virtual Console DS games. Not many, though. And the Switch would be essentially impossible without two Switches.
No, but in theory, I mean, you could...
Maybe the Switch 2 will have two screens.
If you're going to make an emulator or an adapter for it, you could make it to where it generates two screens.
Yeah.
If for any games that would need that.
Yeah.
Because I'm sure every DS game didn't take advantage of the double screen.
Yeah.
I don't know, I didn't play a lot of DS games.
Trust me, an emulator can definitely put both screens.
I played Chrono Trigger on your DS while you were having surgery one time.
Chrono Trigger DS is pretty good. Add some bonus dungeons or so. Meh.
Well, I didn't finish the whole game. The surgery wasn't that long.
It also has like a Pokemon battler.
Oh my god, here's this epic puzzle.
Oh yeah, here's the solution. I did it.
Look, I stand by. Sometimes simple puzzles are still good.
Yeah. I never got the wave beam, by the way.
Oh my gosh, you've ruined it. Oh, spoilers, by the way.
It's in the game, but I don't think I ever got...
It's EA Sports.
Just completely missed
EA
it.
Sports does the Metroid title.
I think the last
But
thing
you have to pay to get all your upgrades with real money.
I think the last thing I'm gonna do is take this ball down.
Metroid with loot boxes.
It's gonna take like 20 minutes.
More like 6. Based on the time remaining in the video.
This ball gave me a lot of trouble.
Unless you really edited it down.
I did not.
Edited.
Edited.
Edited it down.
Edited.
Edited it.
Edited it.
Edited it.
Edited it? What? And then my ball goes into the door.
Ball, why? Why, ball, why? Try, bud, try.
My ball ran off.
My ball ran over the ocean. My ball ran over the sea.
Samus playing with a ball.
Bring back, Bring back my Barley to me.
I think the ball is stuck in the door.
You did have a lot of issues with this ball.
Yes, I did.
No, sir, I didn't like it. Delivery for Samus.
A ball. A bouncy ball.
Yeah, got your
That kind of
ball
reminds me
here.
of Mega Man.
Yeah, maybe. I do feel like there are some similarities between the Metroid games and the Mega Man games. Definitely aesthetically, if nothing else. Probably gameplay-wise as well. I mean, there are some enemies in both games that you'd swear came straight out of the other.
Now let's see what's through this door.
What's behind door number 2? A new car!
Oh, this whole puzzle. This puzzle takes me about 5 minutes. But then once this is done, that is the end.
Didn't look like much of a puzzle.
Don't worry, there's more.
Okay.
Not more up there, though. I believe we were talking about the Metroid timeline during this originally.
This feels like less of a puzzle than a maze.
It's a, speed booster puzzle. It's more of a challenge.
You had asked me how many years there were between, like, Metroid 2 and Metroid Dread.
At least 2.
At least 2. We couldn't find any
In
canonical date for Metroid Dread, only that it took place after all the other Metroid games.
Yeah.
That was a much more succinct way than we put it in the original video, because we went over that for a while trying to find that information, and there was not much there. Most of the Metroids have actual canonical dates attached to them.
Honestly, Super Metroid is still the best Metroid by far.
I'm just gonna move for some fried chicken.
Metroid, I'm always in the mood for fried chicken, man. Fried chicken is amazing. Man, I poorly timed that.
Fried chicken, man. That sounds like a restaurant somewhere, like a big local restaurant.
Fried chicken, man.
I'm gonna go get dinner from Fried Chicken Man. Either that or somebody who has like a food cart or something. I'm gonna get something from the Fried Chicken Man.
Hey, chicken man, you're fried.
No, that didn't. No. This did take you a while, didn't it? Was I in the room for this? Oh yeah, you said I was looking at the Metroid timeline.
Yes.
That's why I didn't notice what was going on. Let's go, Tiny Samus.
And I missed.
Doesn't Samus just look small to you?
Again,
relative to the environment, it looks like a
Samus is a lot of different sizes in the games. She can be big, she can be small. I succeeded, but then I didn't do anything with it. So I'm gonna get that speed booster again, I think go to that wall. I'm demonstrating what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna crouch down there and then jump into that wall. Now, to do it.
Just do it right.
Ba-ba.
Take 2.
I'm very good at this game, trust me.
Welcome to Gabba's Follies.
I failed to get that shine spark, but just give me a minute.
Won't you just shine spark for me?
I didn't crouch though.
Wow.
I
Does it ever end? I mean, apparently it ends in the next 2 minutes, but still.
I forgot to crouch. And here I go. I got stopped by a wall. Luckily I have plenty of room to make another speed booster. I got, speed booster my way through that whole tunnel in waterfall form. And I had power bombs equipped. I did not need those power bombs equipped. I speed boosted too far. Wait, where am I going? I do not need to do this. Past me, you do not need to speed booster from all the way up here. You fool. This is unnecessary. You literally speed boosted through the wall. Why would you do this?
Apparently it was important to you at the time. Or you were too caught up in the story of Metroid.
Blah. No, don't go back up. You can just one up there.
Oh no, these aren't the episodes where we talked about Miyamoto, are they?
Maybe?
Oh man.
I hope
Those
not.
are such good episodes. Where we learn that he plays the mandolin and the banjo and the guitar, and that he's a semi-professional dog breeder.
Yes.
And he enjoys guessing the sizes of things and carries a tape measure to see if he's right.
Miyamoto is very interesting.
He's the most interesting man in gaming. But hey, when you basically invent modern gaming, you can kind of do whatever you want.
True. And I get some super missiles. But thanks for watching this episode of Gabba the Game Night. Like and subscribe, go to our VSC, and most importantly,
Watch out for SAMOOSE on the loose.
good night.
Gabba the game night, Gabba the game night, Gabba the game night, yay. Come on and watch him play games every other day. If you subscribe now, you won't miss out on any of the action. So come on, click that subscribe button.